In today's How to Slice, we're gonna go back in time and take a look at some medieval goblets. So let's start. This is the dragon goblet. This is the best way to drink your favorite beverage. And this is a really nice print. But before you print, let's take a look at the best configurations to print this beautiful model. So as you can see, first off, let's take a look. We got the upper part and the lower part. So let's go to the print settings and see the best print settings. Over here in layers and perimeters, we're gonna be decreasing this value to 0.18 millimeters so you can get a better quality print. As for vertical shells, you can leave it at 3, so we got a really robust and rigid model. As for infill, we can be increasing to 15% at a gyroid. Gyroid is a really nice infill pattern because it prints in waves, so your printer, while printing, the fill pattern never goes on a straight line. So this will make sure that it reduces the chance of having a print failing mid while printing the pattern, the infill. So this is a really nice infill pattern, and I recommend the most. Going over here to skirt and brim. As for brim, we do not need any brim on the lower part, so as you can see, it's got a good bed adhesion. And for this part right here, the upper part, we technically do not need any brim because as you can see, it doesn't have the best surface contact to the build plate, but this is not a tall part, so you're not gonna have any issues while printing. It's not gonna fall over or anything, so you're not gonna have any unsticking issues. So you do not need any brim. As for support, let's take a look if this model needs support. So as you can see, as for the lower part, we're not gonna need any support because all of these angles right here, your printer can print perfectly fine. As this is a vertical, even the snakes, you're gonna be able to print without any support because it's optimized for printing. As for this part right here, it is as well optimized for printing. As you can see, the most critical part is the face of the dragon. So the face of the dragon, it's at a angle that your printer can print perfectly fine. If you want, you can be adding just a little bit of support right here. If you feel more comfortable printing with a little bit of support, feel free to add a tiny bit of support in this region right here. It does not need any support, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So just adding some support in the chin of the dragon over here is gonna reducing the chance of some filament scooping under here and not looking highly detailed as you want this beautiful print. So I recommend just adding a little bit under the chin. You don't need to add too much to the eyes because sometimes that can harm a little bit of the piece. So you can just do this under part right here. I'm just gonna be rotating a little bit of this model to this side so the supports can be laid over here, because in this region the supports would not have any space to be set. So I just rotated a little bit of the model. So let's go to the print settings to get the best print settings for the support material. So first off, we're gonna generate support material, and as for auto generated support, you can leave it untoggled because we painted on support, so we do not need to auto generate. As for style, we're gonna select organic support, so we print branches and they're easy to remove, and sometimes if some branches fail, they can hold on to others and your print won't fail because of a failed support. So organic is a really nice type of filament, a type of support. And another thing you can be changing is top interface layers. You can reduce to 2, so it's easier to remove. So let's go back to the build plate and take a look how it's gonna see how it will be sliced. So as you can see, I just sliced the model and it's gonna look it's gonna print really well. So as you can see, the lower part right here, it looks fairly nice, won't have any printing issues, doesn't have blue parts, saying that it's gonna it can have some print overhang failing. And as you can see, the upper part right here, it's gonna print really well. We added supports just to make sure over here in the dragon region, so it's gonna look really fine and really nice to print this model. Let's just reduce a tiny bit so you can see the support building under the dragon right here. See, so it's gonna look really nice. And if we change the feature type to speed, you can see that it reduces the speed while printing the spikes right here. So you're gonna have a really nice your printer reduces the speed to get a really good print on intersections that are really tiny. So you're gonna have a good print. So as for the colored version, as you can see, I'm a really big fan of the multicolor version. So it will enhance a lot this beautiful model. And you can print this exactly with the configurations that I said. For the monocolor version, what I would recommend is to print this print more of them in a single build plate. So as you can see, I'm selecting Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and you could fit more than one model in a single build plate. By doing this, what's gonna happen is, if you print just one model, you're gonna have to print the prime tower and flush filament, because this is necessary when printing with multi-filament. And if you print just one model, you're gonna waste the exactly same amount of filament if you print two models. So let's say you're gonna be reducing the proportional filament waste. So this is really nice to do. You can print more than one model. So I do recommend a lot doing this. It's gonna be a little bit hard to fit, but you're gonna be able to squeeze a little bit. You can be reorientating and moving the prime tower a bit, so you can position better the models. But I fairly recommend you do this, because you're gonna be saving your precious filament. So I hope you loved all the tips I told you in this nice video. So the model is ready to print. Happy printing to all of you, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful model. And check out STL Flix for more models like this one. So, bye-bye.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.